Okay, good morning. We are back. Happy Sunday morning. Let's see, we're going to have to type in good morning. Waiting for my computer to allow me to go in. So here we go. Sunday morning. Good morning, ladies. Welcome to Coffee Time. All right, ladies, I'm typing in my good morning. So as you come on, good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. So as you come on, you type in good morning so that I will know that you are there. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Cheryl, good morning. It's good to see you. Carolyn, good morning. Good to see you. Posting my good morning here. All right, I got mine posted. Rachel, it's been a minute. Good morning. How are you? So, Cheryl, you're out in the suburbs. You probably got a lot of snow. I'm so excited. I thought I'd have coffee talk in the kitchen at the counter this morning so I can look out the window at the snow. We got a lot of snow this morning in Chicago. Ubon, good morning. Good to see you. Ladies, how are you this morning? Hopefully you're all safe. Angela, good morning. Megan, good morning. Ladies, you are up and about, awake this morning on Sunday morning. Good to see you. Good to be seen. How is everyone doing this morning? What's going on? Cheryl said, yes, I know you're out there in the suburbs, someplace in Illinois, so I'm sure you got a lot of snow. I was standing and looking out my window and watching the guy across the street shovel the snow, and he's moving awfully slow this morning. I don't know if it's because the snow is heavy or because it's Sunday morning and he's in no hurry to shovel snow. But happy Sunday morning, ladies. Good to see you. Good to be seen. Thank you so much for coming on. And thank you for saying good morning to me. You know, this is the favorite part of my morning. I get a chance to sit and just chat with you for a few minutes and call your name out. What's going on? I got my coffee. I woke up about 5 o'clock and tried to lay there for a few minutes before getting up. And after a while, I just got on up and I said, well, let's just get up and start the day. So I'm always excited to get up and do coffee talk. So ladies, again, as you come on, say good morning to me. Let me know that you are there so I can, MM, how are you? Good to see you this morning so I can just shout your name out. I had a really interesting week. I've been fired up all week, a lot of energy, feeling good. So I'm excited to be up this morning and able to spend just a little bit of time with you. Grateful for this platform. Grateful to all of you ladies who get up and support me on Sunday mornings. And I'll say it every Sunday morning. I can't say it enough. I truly appreciate you. So thank you. Again, what are you drinking? Got my coffee here. What's going on? Anybody doing anything exciting? Has anybody received their COVID shot as of yet? I'm waiting, like I guess all of us are waiting for our shot. So have any of you received the shot as of yet? And if so, how are you feeling? Any side effects, anything you can share with us? All right, I just took myself off. Okay, there we go. I need to leave these buttons alone. I'm sitting here touching buttons this morning. Dr. Emma Campbell Cornelius, good morning. Good to see you. I just asked the question, has anybody received their shot as of yet? Their COVID shot, Cheryl said not yet. I'm waiting. Hopefully Northwestern Hospital will notify me when I can get mine, but I've been told that Rush Hospital, people who are affiliated, or I guess associated, who are going to Rush to get their shots, some folks have already gotten theirs. So hopefully everybody's staying safe. Kim, good morning. Good to see you. And Mem said she's coming due. Karen's on. Good morning. Ladies, good to see you. Again, good to be seen. So I am just going to go ahead and get started so I don't keep you too long. But welcome to Coffee Talk, ladies. Thank you so much for getting up on Sunday mornings and joining me. I truly appreciate you. I've been kind of going back and looking over my notes for January. January, we did a lot of talking in January. It's been a busy, busy month. But then I realized that it's been 5 Sundays in January? Is that it? This is the last day. I think it's 5 Sundays. Yeah, I guess that's why it seems like we've been talking so much in January. But again, we started the year off with who am I being? And then we talked about the best or higher version of self. Then we talked about perspective. Last week I talked about change. And it's really how you view or handle the events, moments, and circumstances or conditions in your life. Because once an event, a situation, or condition occur, there's nothing you can do about it. And I use the example of running late, oversleeping for work, and it's how you handle that circumstance. It can either make your day or ruin the rest of your day. So we spent some time talking about that last week. Today, I want to continue on that, continue to talk about change, but I want to talk about it from the perspective of awareness. So again, we've talked about who am I being, the best or higher version of self, perspective, and change. So today I want to talk about awareness, like the real you. Who are you? Who are you? So are you becoming the person that you know you were designed or destined to be? Have you changed? Or can you just simply say, well, I'm not the person that I used to be, so I'm kind of somewhere in the middle? Are you embracing and welcoming change in your life? Or are you at that point where you're not embracing and welcoming change? Are you waiting for something to happen? Because some of us kind of check out, we sit on the sideline of life, we go through the motion, and we're waiting for something to happen. And some of us are just not in tune to how we're living our lives. We're just kind of going through the motion every day. Some of us are just not feeling motivated, and some of us are just plain tired. We're just tired. So, and some of us have just settled into the life we're living, and we're feeling really good. You know, we've worked hard to achieve whatever it is we wanted, and we've just settled into it, and we're just feeling really good. And maybe it's just none of the above. Some of us just somewhere in between. And again, we're just going through the motion, and we are just not really focusing on how we're living our lives. And that's what I want to talk about today, just awareness, just to give you something to think about. There's no judgment, there's no right or wrong answers, it's just food for thought. You woke up this morning, it's a new day, you know? Are you fired up? Are you excited? Just kind of going through the motion. Are you embracing, accepting, and welcoming change? Are you just not in tune to your life at all? Just kind of going through the motion? Or again, are you just feeling really good because you worked hard? Maybe you're retired, or maybe you had this big dream, whatever it is, and you've achieved it, and you were like, ooh, now I'm going to sit on the sidelines and just enjoy it. So just be aware of how you're living your life, and I want to give you something to think about. Again, there is no judgment, there's no right or wrong answer, and there's no particular order here. But here we go. Awareness, okay? Are you loving who you are? Or do you even think about yourself? Are you out of balance? Have you ever given that any thought? Like, what is it that you truly want to focus on in your life? What are the 2 or 3 things that are most important to you? And are you focusing on those things? Are you making decisions and choices based on that? Or are you out of balance? Are you hiding out? This was one that I did for years. Are you at that point in your life where you are just tired? You're drained. And you have all these internal insecurities, and you don't want people to see it. You don't want people to know that, and you're not ready to deal with the issue, so you're just kind of hiding out. Are you showing love and respect for others? Are you using words to build up people or destroy them? Are you even aware of the words that you use when you're speaking to people? Because you can use your mouth to build people up or to destroy them. Are you even aware? Are you gossiping and speaking negatively about others? I read somewhere that the words that come out of our mouth are a direct outflow of what is stored up in our hearts. So if you have good stored up in your heart, then good is coming out of your mouth. If you have evil stored up in your heart, then evil is coming out of your mouth. Are you even aware? And remember, your words, again, can praise, destroy, encourage, or support. But are you even aware? And although you can't control what others do, you can only control you. Who you are can influence others. You can influence others by just being who you are. You can have an impact on others just by being who you are. But are you aware of that? So be conscious of that. Are you giving up your happiness to others? Are you giving up control of your happiness to others because you're angry, non-forgiving, blaming others for wherever you are in your life or whatever's happened to you in your life? Are you aware? Are you making excuses and blaming others or your past, blaming your past for not living forward? Something to think about. For not living or moving forward. You're blaming your past or you're blaming others. Here's one, and we talked about this one before. Are you playing the win game? Well, I'm going to do this when things get better, when I lose a little bit more weight, when I save a little bit more money, when I feel a little bit better, when I get a little bit of courage. So you kind of step to the side of life because you're playing the waiting game. Are you even aware? And I challenge you, if you are playing the waiting game, I challenge you today to look at life from a different perspective and focus more on the what if from a positive point of view. So instead of sitting on the side and waiting, today, make one small step. Or look at life from a different perspective. Hey, I've come this far, so I'm going to just keep on going. Are you believing in yourself? Because sometimes, far too often, we let life beat us down. We lose our confidence. We lose hope. Are you allowing rejection and other past circumstances? And this one's so important. Is that forcing you to miss out on opportunities and experiences? Are you allowing it to stop, prevent you from experiencing life and seeing the opportunities that are coming your way? Are you too hard on yourself? Most of us are. We're our own worst enemy, awareness. And it's funny because if something, we're so hard on ourselves that everybody else has to get in line to beat us up because we do a really good job at doing that to ourselves. Are you living or moving from a place from fear to love? Because there's two aspects of life. There's fear and there's love. Where are you? Are you moving away from fear and embracing love more? Something to think about. Where are you? Doubt, confidence. Are you moving from doubt? Because most of us, we doubt ourselves, especially when it comes down to change. So are you moving from doubt to confidence? Look at the scale. Awareness. Now you're holding on to old habits. Are you even aware of the old habits that you may have that may be holding you back? And are you able to listen to people without prejudice and judgment, without offering an opinion if asked? Now, that was me. Awareness. You know, I tend to be opinionated, but you probably already know that. But I'm trying to be more conscious and aware of it. Awareness. That's a great one for me. Being aware of only offering my opinion when asked. Are you practicing self-control, tolerance, integrity, and honesty? And you know, sometimes we'll say, yes, we are, and then we're not, but then we'll say it's okay because it was for the good, but for whose good, yours or somebody else's? Are you able to react positive to every occurrence and see the lesson in each occurrence? And this is what we talked about last week. Are you able to react positive and see the lesson in every event, situation, or condition? That's what we talked about last week. And are you living without fear of judgment or shame? And if not, how is it hindering you? And what is the impact that it's having on your life? So are you living without fear of judgment or shame? And if not, how is it hindering you? And what is the impact that it's having on your life? We're talking about awareness here. And are you making emotional decisions out of fear, anger, or frustration? Awareness. Are you even acknowledging your feelings and making decisions based on values rather than emotions? And that's a tough one, because if you're not aware of it, and like I said before, we tend to, whenever there's change, because change is the unknown, the emotion of fear shows up. So you're making decisions based on your values versus fear. And do you focus on abundance or lack of? Again, you weigh it. Some people get up every day, you know, and there's always what I don't have, what I don't have, what I don't have. And I was like that in certain aspects of my life for a while. But abundance, when you focus on abundance, it's fun and exciting. When you focus on lack, it can be sad and depressing. So awareness. What do you focus on every day? And are you even in tune to your inner self? Because that will guide you. Your inner self will guide you. Awareness. Now, on the other hand, you may say you've been changing your whole life, and that's the problem. You may be saying, I've been changing my whole life, that's the problem, and I'm getting worse. Things are getting worse. Things are not getting any better. And it's easy to think negative about progress and growth. And it can cause you to have an adverse reaction to change. Especially when we have high expectations and things don't pan out as expected. And this can lead to great disappointment. And the greater the gap between the expectation and the reality, the greater the disappointment of perceived failure. And I use the word perceived intentionally, because if you start looking at it from a different perspective, and this is what we've been talking about. This is what we've been talking about this month. Because whatever happened, if you look at it from a neutral perspective, without judgment, because that's what we tend to do, because that's what we're taught to do. That's how society, that's how we're measured. And if you look at it from a neutral perspective, whatever happened was supposed to happen, because there's a lesson to be learned for you to move to the next experience of life, right? So I use the word perceived perspective or perceived failure because that's what we feel. We feel like we had this great expectation. It didn't happen the way we wanted. We didn't get the outcome that we wanted. So we feel like we failed versus if we remain neutral, what was supposed to happen happened. And this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. There's a lesson here for me to learn. But when you look at life from that space and that place of disappointing, this can prevent you from changing and becoming who you really are. And that's why I said perceived failure, because this month we've been talking about changing your perspective. So we look at awareness from a different perspective or change, whether you're embracing life and changing or whether you're not, sitting on the sideline waiting for something to happen, maybe just because you're tired. But if you start looking at life from a different perspective, it's empowering to recognize and deal with the things that have been holding you back. Because some of you feel like I've been changing all my life, and that's what's wrong. But some of you feel, well, I haven't changed at all. I'm just sitting here. But you have changed. So if you have less of anything, less negativity, less fear, less insecurity, then you have changed. And you're making progress. So if you look at it from a different perspective, and think about it this way, you're growing. You go from childhood to where you are now. You have changed. You have grown. So you are changing. You are growing. You are expanding. And some of you may think, well, you may have a long way to go. And we all do. We all do. So keep changing. Because if we're still here, then there's still something for us to do. So keep changing. And remember, we create our own reality. We create our world based on our beliefs and our thoughts of what is and is not possible. And we control every aspect of our own life. Through our thoughts. Remember I said last week, our feelings controls our thoughts, words, and actions. So the decisions that we make today, the decisions and choices that we make today affect our tomorrow. And making decisions and choices based on purpose and value, being aware. Today we're talking about awareness. And the responsibility of the choices we make and how we respond to life belongs to each and every one of us. It's our responsibility. We can't blame others. So the responsibility of the choices we make and how we respond to life belongs to each and one of us individually. We decide what matters most to us. We decide how we are going to experience life. We determine our value and purpose and how we will move and live forward. So, and here's the other thing. Some people, you may say, well, I'm still struggling to discover my purpose. So explore your interest and your passion. Your interest and your passion will lead you to what you're here to do. So be open, be aware. What interests you? What are you passionate about? Explore it. Keep going, keep living, keep moving, keep embracing. So as you think about who am I being, better, higher version of yourself, change, perspective, live your life. Live your life, but be aware of who you are being, who you are. Who are you? So no matter how old you are, and I've said this before, how many mistakes you've made or how many mistakes you think you've made, no matter your past or what's been done, I truly believe our best days are still ahead. We're still standing. And here's the thing. You want to change your life? Change your perspective. And you can start today and be excited about life. You know, you can get up every morning and you can groan and moan and you can look at all the wrong that's in your life, or you can get up every morning, be grateful and thankful, and look at the fact that, hey, I got up today. It's another opportunity. And this is what I've been experiencing this week. So I've been on this emotional high this week. I've been really excited and just fired up. You know, I'm still here. You're still here. So we get to decide how we live going forward. So you can end each day or each night being grateful and thinking about all the good things that happened to you that day. Or you can end each night focusing on one small negative thing that happened to you that day, and you allowed it to ruin your whole entire day. You can get up in the morning and allow the sun to shine in your heart, whether the sun is shining outside or not. Or maybe you're just at that point too where you're just feeling blah about life. It's like, I'm just blah. I'm just tired. And if that's the case, this is when you really have to buckle down and take control of your thought life. Because maybe it's time to stop sweeping your feelings under the rug. Maybe it's time for you to think about doing some spring cleaning internally. Maybe it's time to really connect to that inner person and open up your mind. So that's coffee time. And one way, if you're feeling blah, to get over whatever is causing you to feel that way or not being your best, find the lesson and feel your way through it honestly. Because remember, you have wisdom. You've been around for a while. You have knowledge. You have experience. You have skills. You have talent. You are loved and you are worthy. Remember that. And you are designed to live an amazing life. And you get to define what that is. So if you haven't been living from a place of awareness, if you haven't been living or feeling like you're worthy, you have value, you have purpose, start today, right here today. Tap into that inner person within your inner self. That's where your strength is. It will guide you. And live. Believe that you are designed to live an amazing life and start living like it. Know that you are worthy. You are loved. That's Coffee Talk, ladies. Awareness. Are you aware who you are being? Are you welcoming and embracing change? Are you sitting on the sidelines, waiting for life to happen, for something big to happen? Are you playing the what if game? That's Coffee Talk. So, let's see if we have comments, and if so, how are you feeling this morning, ladies? What's going on? Dr. Cornelia said, that's a hard one. I talked about the opinion. Megan said it too. I love giving my opinion too. But you know, my friends are starting to tell me, I didn't ask for your opinion. I was like, ooh. But they give their opinion too now. But and we'll say, but it's out of love. But I'm learning, and that's a big one. The awareness for me, that's huge. I think there's others in here that I talked about that are huge for me, but that's a big one. Dr. Emma said that's a hard one, but I am learning to keep my opinions to myself online as. However, when asked, I give them the truth for sure. Because if you don't give them the truth, then you're not even being truthful to yourself. So I agree, and sometimes we tread, but the hard piece is most of the time they're not even asking. We're giving. That's my experience anyway for me. Crystal said, change is good. It represents growth. Our decisions today affect tomorrow, and we have a responsibility to the choice that reflect our own values for sure. Amen. Let's be excited about life. The best is yet to come. We are blessed to still be here for another day. That's it. Awareness. You get to decide, and I say this all the time, how you live your life. You get to decide the decisions and the choices you make, but know that also you are responsible, and only you are responsible for the decisions and choices you make and how that shows up in your life. So we have to take responsibility, and I think that's the big key too. We are responsible for our life. We were given this life, so how you lead it, how you live it. And one of the things I've learned to do is, when you look at life as a gift, it's your responsibility what you do with this gift. So when I look at it that it's a gift, I feel like I owe it to myself. And I tell you, I believe in God, and I owe it to God to try to live my best life and to do the best that I can. And because it's a gift, I'm excited. I get really, really excited sometimes, and I've shared with you, I get so excited about life sometimes. I skip through my house during the day. I'm like this little girl, and I'm giggling because I'm excited. So you have a choice as to how you live your life. Ladies, that's Coffee Talk. Real quickly, if you know of other women that you think would enjoy Coffee Talk on Sunday mornings, whether they get up at 7:30 or they do the playback later on, the only way they could hear the message is they join the group. So I welcome you or encourage you to invite other ladies to join the group for Coffee Talk on Sunday mornings. Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm going to post the link to Inspirations for the Soul. It's a great gift to give to another friend. Maybe you already have a copy of Inspirations for the Soul, but maybe you know someone a friend that you just want to give a gift to. A lot of women don't have partners in their lives. And, we've learned not to allow a partner, whether we have one or not, to define us. But, maybe you might just want to give it to a friend. So I'm going to post the link, Inspirations for the Soul. It's a great book to keep by your nightstand. Powerful messages with questions to really help the person focus on the person within. So those two things, Inspirations for the Soul, I'm going to post the link. And if you know of other women that would appreciate the message, I encourage you to invite them to join the group, or you can just add them to the group. Okay, that's Coffee Talk. I kept it a little bit longer than I wanted to. Thank you so much for getting up and joining me this morning. I always appreciate you. Love and blessings to you and your family. Stay safe. Have a great week, and I will see you back here next Sunday. Take care. Bye.